pick up a topic. Like usually what I tell people, like something that is either memorable to you that you cannot forget, an experience that you cannot forget, or you just want to share something that's like really in your head right now. You know, it's been bugging you. Yeah? And it's going to be about 2 minutes, so when I say stop, you know, because I mean, probably you still want to talk, but this is just to experience how you can feel that. All right, so 2 minutes, and one person listens, and okay, this is how you listen. All right, start with the intention. So now you said, okay, I'm going to listen, and then, you know, like you nod your head. Yeah, listen to me first, so you become very clear. Nanti saya jelasin pakai bahasa Indonesia. Yeah? So listen, and then you focus, eye contact, and then you don't say anything except like, oh, I see, oh gitu ya. Terus gimana? You know? You don't actually say question, you don't questions, you know, that's the next level. Yeah, but for now, that's all. That you just want to allow the person to just express themselves. You don't have any expectation, you just say, okay, oh, yeah, it's like that, right? And then, jadi nanti share apa yang pengalaman yang mungkin tidak terlupakan atau sesuatu yang mengganggu, ya, mengganggu pikiran. So you want to give a little bit of space and try to face each other very easy. So are we okay with that? And we can start with okay, usually I say
first. You speak first.
No, the shorter one starts. Okay, the shorter one, okay, we'll say it like this. The shorter one speaks first.
The shorter one. Oh,
You're shorter.
I was fast.
I want you to experience is the taste of listening and being listened to. Would someone like to share the experience being listened to? What did you feel when you were listened to?
Just now?
Yeah. And here you are more or less strangers except these two, yeah? I mean, like not close, so I'm actually very curious.
I felt a little bit nervous because for me, that's my thing, but once I just sat with it and kept moving through it, it eventually dissipates.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it was very comfortable, and then I really wanted to listen. Mm-hmm. I was the first talker, mm-hmm. and I think when someone faces you that they're really listening to you, then you really want to reciprocate that back the same way. So I can see how being a listener is going to really help create connection with the person that you listen to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm quite excited to put it into practice.
Super, very good. What were you feeling when somebody listened to you, when you were, you know, Sam was listening to you?
Yeah, I feel better. Yeah, like worrying Mama for like how many years I can talk to. Yeah, I feel better. Like I feel better that I tell her what is my story.
So you're saying like when it's like you feel like she's an old friend or somebody that you know. Is that the feeling that you get? Like that you can tell it to Sam?
Sorry?
Like earlier you were saying about, was it years? Something about years?
No. I mean like what happened in my life like has been many years. Like yeah. So like really sad thing.
And it just like it just comes out,
yeah.
And it was easy for you to share that, even though you don't really, do you know each other now? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So you just felt like, you know, it's safe for you.
Yeah.
To speak, and then it makes you feel much better. Yeah. And it's only 3 minutes. Yeah. Imagine if there's a little bit longer, and there's a lot more to come out, and yeah. Okay. So you feel more plong. Long is relief. From you? Experience? Yeah? Apa pengalaman?
Saya Indonesia.
Gimana rasanya didengar?
Didengar sama aku. Gimana?
Enak. Gimana enaknya? Senang atau?
Senang. Bisa keluarin.
Okay. So basically said it feels good because she can let out what's inside. Yeah. Okay, so from you, Sam, as being listened to.
For me, it was more listening to. It was nice to be listened to. It felt nice to share, to be listened to. But for me, it was more. I felt more by listening to Inda.
Yeah.
Because it, you just feel like you. I felt emotional for her story and empathy, but also that it's something. Had we not done this, I would probably never have known.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get to know a person much better.
Yeah, I would never
just
have
by
known
listening,
this.
and even you would be surprised with even people who are close to you. When you do this kind of listening, you say, "Wow, I never know about this about that person." Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. So, and
It's an intimacy about it that
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't experience otherwise.
yeah. Well, that's what Karen said. Like you become one. I mean, you mentioned that, yeah. And that was like a total stranger, but there's just this connection. Like at that moment, you're one. And sometimes people will say, well, I can talk to that person I feel listened to because we have something in common. It's actually nothing to do with being in common. You just feel there's the equality, the commonness that comes up just from being listened to. Yeah? And then you find, actually we do have things in common. For sure you find something in common when you start doing that. So that's beautiful. And what about from being a listener? I mean, Sam shared. What about you? How did it feel to be a listener? Somebody want to share? How does it feel to be listening?
It was intriguing for me, and I had to work at it because I often want to jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big lesson
Yeah.
for me to actually, and that's my story. So
Yeah. So
it's
that's
really,
good. The important thing that you notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you notice what listening is and what not listening is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you said, okay, all right, we're back again, listening. And then you go deeper, both of you go deeper, and it's very intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you get a taste now. So if you want, we can make like, a bigger, but because I'm going to talk a lot more about the emotion, each person, and how to handle, deal with people who are angry and, and how you can actually truly help consciously to help people, sorry, I never get to meet you. What's your name? Inda. Yeah, you've done something big happen there, for Inda, and I'm sure it makes you feel good. I hope not in an addictive way, but you're just like, wow, I didn't have to do anything, but yet, it helped somebody else, just me by listening. Yeah, it's a very powerful skill and also tool, right? And just a tad on the business side, if you do this to your customers, you can imagine the effect that they would feel and how they would be with you, right? So now I'm going to conclude this talk by just reminding you that there are 6 of you now who know each other, who know that the other one has learned a little bit about listening, knows how to listen, at least not so blind. So if you really need to be listened to, go to any of this, the friends that you already know, yeah, and then just start practicing, and you'll see the more you practice, the more it becomes second nature. It becomes easier, and you'll see, your life, miracles start changing in your life, truly. If I have more time, I talk about people who actually get cured just by being listened to. Yeah. So it's been a pleasure being with you girls. Yes. And please make this like the ripples of listening like a big tsunami of listening, and we'll change the world with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.